Hi, my name is Kathy Robertson. I'm with Refuse Fascism Indiana. This is an organization that I started in 2016 when his orangeness went down the gold escalator, and I said simply, this can't happen. And so I reached out to the national organization, which is in Washington, D.C., and they sent me to training in Chicago. And I've gone through several workshops with them, webinars and what have yous. And we're still a work in progress. It's kind of like gardening, you're never finished, you know. So I'm working on stirring things up here in Indianapolis. Far too complacent, far too red, far too DOA. And so today I held a small pop-up protest in front of Mike Braun's office, and it was hashtag reject the lies, because Mike Pence is a mouthpiece for Trump. He was one of the first ones to deny, and Mike Braun knows nothing about politics. He's simply an oligarch that wants to have more power. So it was appropriate that we should be out there. From now on, it will be an ongoing protest, in addition to the protest that we have every Saturday in front of the library at St. Clair and Meridian Street. This Saturday will be my 17th protest there. Everyone is welcome to participate or simply ask questions. Refuse Fascism simply states that we refuse to accept a fascist America. And that is exactly what's happening right now. Separations of families, the deconstruction of the EPA, the racism and the misogynistic attitudes that have spread rampantly because of this person in the White House. I could go on and on and on about that. I'm very happy to be here today to throw my 2 cents worth in. And it's important that this video gets out to as many people as I can possibly reach, because time is short. The planet is running out of time. We are running out of time to fix this. And like Greta said when she went to the UN, she said, you people know what to do and choose not to do it. How dare you? How dare you? I'm just a piddly old Hoosier woman, but I have a big voice, and I will not go away, will not shut up. I do this for my grandchildren, if I ever have any, my great-grandchildren, because they all deserve, every one of them deserves fresh air, clean water, and the freedom of speech. And that, all of that is evaporating, bit by bit by bit, so insidiously that you don't even notice it, or you just turn a blind eye to it. And I just can't have that, just can't let that happen. So here we are. There's a lot of work to be done.
So, is there anything specific about Trump being in office that really is disturbing for you in particular?
Boy. Given of lately, I think the fact that he disregards any semblance of rule, he has flipped what's right as far as what is wrong. He has no regard for the Constitution. And the Constitution is nebulous at best. It needs amendments badly. But he has no regard for the laws presented and doesn't seem to have any problem breaking them. Especially since he's received the acquittal, he's got free reign, like a kid in the White House with a Sharpie.
A few days ago, Bernie Sanders said that one of the most dangerous elements about him being in the presidency is that it loosens the rules and laws for the next person. Do you feel the same way?
Yes, exactly. Yes, that's right. He has pulled the threads of the tapestry of America. He truly has. He's just pulling out the white threads, you know? And he's going to make his own tapestry, but I'm sorry, it's not going to work that way. We're still built of nation of immigrants, second and third generation, some by force, others by choice. But you cannot undo what's been done. And I intend to stop it. I intend to stop it.
Could you maybe tell us a little more about the history of refuse fascism? Actually,
It goes back to the days of civil rights. It goes back to women's rights. It goes back to any exclusion of a group, gender, anything that excludes you from part of being the greater. Fascism is simply that you will do what you were told. You do not question. You do what you were told, and if you don't do it, we will make you do it. And it's clear now that the poor immigrants from Central America and from Mexico that are still separated from their children, that are not getting adequate care, the children that were denied flu vaccines by Doctors Without Borders, by border security. It should be also noted that an Indianapolis company, Salesforce One, handles the contract for border security. And if that doesn't perk your ears up, I don't know what does. The problem with Salesforce One is that they are a huge corporate sponsor of Indy Pride. They put on the Indy Pride Festival. And I said to the promoters of Indy Pride, I said, can't you get away from these people? Well, they contribute a lot of money. No. It's fundamentally wrong for you to accept their money. But I digress. Fascism, we've seen fascism all over the world, everywhere, and it goes on and on and on. Human beings refuse to learn from their mistakes. They refuse to learn. And I don't know what it would take to wake them up. I had hopes when Obama was around. I had hopes. But he was stonewalled by the Senate. He had a very hard time. Look how hard he worked to get the ACA passed. And that's just one thing, you know. I will say this. If we don't do something about climate change, we won't have much to fight about, because there won't be anything left to fight about.
So what kind of America are you hoping for in the future?
I'm hoping for an America that accepts every one of us for who and what we are, who we choose to love, where we choose to worship or not worship, our skin color, our preferences. We should not be divided or judged by that. We should not be judged by that. I want equal pay for an equal day's work. I would like to have health care for everyone. I would like to know that we are on the path to move away from fossil fuels. I want to see tangible proof of that. I don't want to hear any more talk. I don't want to hear any more studies about it. I want to see gun control. I want to see major gun control laws. Just because the Second Amendment says that you can have a gun doesn't mean that you should have a gun. You know, We've seen too many shootings. We've seen too many shootings. And the public is almost becoming numb to it. Heck, they're hardly even covering them in the news anymore, you know? And that should not be. Should not be. That's why I protest. Did 2 days Occupy the NRA when Trump was there. And they will be back. They will be back this year too. And I will be there.
What do you see coming from another 4 years of Trump, if that be the case?
Revolution. Revolution. Yeah. I think that the Democrats, if they don't win, I think that it will come to the point where revolution is the only way out, because we saw that the democratic process does not work. And the two-party system has seen its day here, you know. And I don't have a problem with socialism whatsoever. I see that. I used to be able to see what was going to happen. Used to be able to perceive, you know. As a gardener, you know, that's how it is. You put a seed in the ground, you know it's not going to sprout right away, but you know what's going to happen, you know. With this, you have no idea. With this regime, you have no idea. Nothing good, that's for sure.
So for anybody interested, where can they find Refuse Fascism Indiana?
They can find Refuse Fascism Indiana on Facebook. They can also reach me at refusefascism@gmail.com. They are welcome to reach me at any time. Use those two means of communication. I don't tweet just because I choose not to tweet. But go to refusefascism.org. That is the national site. That will tell you all the things that all the chapters have been doing. So I invite you all to find me, whatever means necessary, because time is short and we need to wake up people before the election.
And again, where are you? You said you're out every Saturday?
I'm out every Saturday.
In Indianapolis?
In Indianapolis, on the corner of St. Clair and Meridian Streets, by the Central Library, 11 o'clock, approximately 11 to 1, 11 to 2, depending, you know. I welcome all of you to come and stand with me half an hour, 10 minutes, it doesn't matter, you know. Just to understand that you need to be a part of this. Be a part of something bigger. Be a part of something that you can tell your grandkids about, you know. I just started another protest today. We're doubling down. This is called Reject the Lies. And we did it today in front of Mike Braun's office, who is the biggest weasel. And we made it was just two of us, but we made an imprint. We made a difference, you know. I had people come up to me and says, I really want to stand with you. I want to be a part of this. And I gave her my card and a couple of stickers, and I said, you find me. You find me. And that happened again and again and again. And so I have hope. I have hope. But you need to come out. I need more than lip service.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.